Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am on to share my design team project for Ellsiebels BookShelf. This journal, I used a kit. It's called the Gentle Giant, and it's a very majestic kit. I loved it. You know what? Let's just get right into it so I can show you the kit. So I made this. I was about to say I made this out of paper. Oh my gosh. Of course I made it out of paper. What I was trying to tell you was I made this with this beautiful, it's like an upholstery fabric, or like it was thick like an upholstery fabric. It's very textured. It was a one of those, like the samples that I had gotten at the thrift store near my job. I'd gotten a bunch of samples, like upholstery samples, and this happened to be one of them. And I thought this would match the kit perfectly. When I, well, kind of like when I originally found it, and then when I refound it again. So this is the beautiful fabric that I am using. This journal, what did it measure? I believe it measured 5 across by 8 1/4. So it is a little wider than a standard size traveler's notebook, but it is the same height. But again, it's kind of like a standalone journal anyway. You can tie it up, because I think that if you put it in an insert, it might be just a tad bit too long. But so I also use the 4 metal corners on all 4 corners. You can see that. And on the front, this was actually one of the journaling cards, one of the ephemera pieces that came with it. And basically all I did was kind of layered it on some vintage music paper, and then some, this is actually because I didn't use cardstock for the cover. I used a file folder, and this was like part of the cutoff, so I just used it to back everything together, and then I sewed it on. So let's go inside. So I thought this is perfect because the cover is like, you know, this beige and green. You open it up and look, it's just too perfect. Beige and green. Like, it was just perfect. And normally, well, not normally, but lately I've been putting those 2 pieces of paper, the vellum and then a nice sheet of paper, before we get to the first page. But in this case, I wanted you to see this first page right when you open the journal. So I did that. This was one of the background pages, or front round pages. This is just one of the pages. And I didn't cover it up because, you know, it's cute. So that is one of the pages. Here is another page. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? There's the elephant. It's kind of layered with some vines and stuff. So very pretty. Also, what I did is I printed out one of these pages on cardstock, and I cut out, or tried to cut out as best as I could, all the little elephants, so you'll see them throughout the journal. So here's one that I kind of did just like a little collaging on, but I thought it was cute, so I used him there. Here again, so I did the same thing, you know, like from the cardstock, I cut out a couple pockets too. So I think I don't remember how many pockets, but I have a couple of these pockets. And then in the pocket, I have a vintage Rolodex card, and look at how brown the edges are. Isn't that cool? I love that. And then these are 2, well, like a journaling card, and then a little ephemera piece from the kit. And then that is backed onto some vintage music paper. And then we have vintage graph paper. I believe, again, all except for the coffee dyed paper and then the pages that I printed from the kit, all the other pages are actually vintage pages. So we have like the vintage graph paper, the vintage writing paper. Here is another image from the kit, and this is nice because you can actually journal on this because there's lines. So that's really nice. There's a lot of journaling lines in this kit. So here's a different type of journaling line. This is the one at paper I think that you used to use in elementary school to learn cursive, I think, because I do remember paper like that. And then again, vintage music paper. And then I did a little, oh, there's glue. A little vine up here. And I've had this green vine well, I don't know if it's called vine ribbon or whatever it is. This thing here. I've had it in my stash for a very, very long time. It came from my friend Danny, and I've never really known how to use it, but because it's green and, you know, it's kind of ties it all in, I had to figure out how to use it. So I did glue it down, and luckily you don't see any of the glue through it because it's kind of like a satiny feeling, so I was a little bit nervous that the glue would sort of show through, but it didn't, so thank goodness. Here is one of the round cutouts from the kit, and then I have a little flower down there, and this is holding 2 of the journaling cards. And some vintage ledger. And then also what I did differently in here is I cut out, like I roughly cut it out, as you can see, some coffee dyed pages. I inked the edges, and then I kind of placed them throughout the journal as like fun little spaces to write with. So I thought that was kind of fun. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? She does such a good job on her kits. I love them. This is, I don't know what this is. It is vintage, but I don't know what that paper is used for. So again, here we have one of the little elephant pieces. I did just kind of like a little cluster here, and then this, you know, flips up for some secret writing underneath. And again, look how cute, the little baby. Some journaling cards. And then another place to write, and then in the back, as you can see, there's images in the background. And then some more spaces to write. And here again, I did just a little place to journal. Did another little elephant thingy mabob up there. And here, that's a vintage Rolodex. And then 2 journaling cards. Here's the lovely elephant, a nice neutral page. And it would be kind of fun, actually, when I was printing this page out, I looked. Like if you did little writing, you know, in the little blank spaces right here, I think that would make like a really cool looking, sort of like artsy page, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I just thought it would be like something different rather than just kind of leaving it for just to look at. You know, if you wrote like a little poem or little quotes or, you know, something all in the little crevices. I thought that would be really neat. But that's just my opinion. And here's some more lines, and again a little spot to journal there, which is super cool. And then another little collage. I did another little cutout elephant there, just some crocheted lace here and a little flower, and that flips up. And there's one of my vintage stock bin cards. And then this is the image that's on the front. Oh, that's the image that's on the front too. So cute. I love this page here. And then you can obviously write in there. Though I like the background. If I had this journal, what I would probably do is put a picture here, because I love the way the background looks. And then, you know, to have a picture there, I think it would be really cool. And then right on the back, another little journaling spot there. Plenty of space to journal in this one. Here, this is like a vintage type applique. I don't know what it was from or like off, because I remember I did get it in an estate sale, and I was in the basement, and in one kind of like dark corner there was like a, probably where she did all her sewing and stuff, because there was a shelf and there was like all different sewing related material on that. Then next to it there was a big table with her sewing machine, but on the shelf, on like some random bin, there was like laces and stuff, and this was in there. It came like on a huge piece, so I don't know if it was the collar or something or part of a dress, but it was kind of cut up. But I took it because, I mean, isn't that pretty? Let me show you up close. It was really, really pretty. So I just kind of liked the way it sort of looked like that. And then here's just some more cutouts from the kit in my vintage stock bin card. Okay. Place to journal there. And so here is the middle. And you know, I always have a story behind why I use what I use for the middle. So I use this because I wanted a nice big spread. So you have the two pictures of the elephants, and then you can journal so much on here. So that's why, well, that's the reason why I picked this middle. So that's the middle. And then here. Oh, there was a little piece of that applique thingy. And of course, you know, I didn't want to throw it away. So what do? You put it there. And then it has a vintage Rolodex card and another journaling card there. But I kind of like the way that looks. So that's really cool. Another journaling spot. More pages to write. Here's lines again. And then there's a little elephant and another, again, I would probably, this is just me being me, I would put a picture here. And then it'd be kind of cute to like write something here about the picture here. And then another little collage thingy mabob. And that flips up there. And these are two journaling cards. Oh, and the stock bin card. More places to journal. Another little journaling spot there. Writing areas. Here again. And then there's a vintage Rolodex behind it. There I just did a little, I don't know, I did like a little scene. I don't know what I was, there was like just a vision in my head. And that's what it came out with. But I think it came out kind of cute, you know. Has the elephant, the little flower. So, and then a journaling spot underneath. Another little flip up here. And then some little journaling spots. And there's the elephant. Very cute. Back side of that page. Here I added the little flower down there as well. And then we have some more journaling cards. And there's in the circle. This is the circle thing. It's one of the cutouts. And then here I put another little vine. And on the top of the vine I have a little collage. And then another place to journal. Here's another pocket, and then here I have wonderful spots to journal in. A little tabby thingy up here with some glue strings. And then another little, just a little, you know, thing. The elephant, and then the last page. So, I absolutely love this journal. Love the way it came out. I really love the kit, but I really love the fact that the kit and the fabric just went so well together. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else. It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect pairing. So, I hope you liked my walkthrough. This journal will be available in my Etsy. I will leave the link below in the description box. And, I am off to plan my next project. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!